Come one, come all, to my humble abode. It's Xander again, or Alex, or really, I don't really know, just call me whatever, because I go by both, and whichever one you like better, just call me that, and I'll take it, because at college I go by Xander, but at home I go by Alex. And technically I'm home right now. This is the room that I've spent, 18 years of my life in, and I'm back again for the summer. The point of this video really is 1 year on T. I have officially been on T for 1 year as of May 8th, and I realize this is just a little bit late, but I don't know, I didn't have my tripod out yet. I had to unpack and stuff, and so now here I am talking to you camera, which maybe eventually will be actual people, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I did actually take a few videos back in the day, around a year ago, of like, I think my measurements pre-T and like what my muscles look like and stuff like that. It actually is on another account that I have, and it's like a private video, and I don't really know if I'm going to end up uploading it here as like a reference or something like that. Like I could. I'm pretty sure I discussed uploading it at some point, and I'm still kind of deciding on it, but I also would need to make another sequel of that video. I guess I can kind of talk about that. In all honesty, my measurements really haven't changed that much since then. As I've talked about before, I kind of had a slow start on T just because of starting with the topical kind as opposed to injection. So once I got the injection, well, that started everything, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So like as far as that goes, I am a bit behind, and I really haven't been working out much. So yeah, but I've been trying at least to do Wii Fit, which I know isn't really good for like building muscle, but it makes people look more toned, and I'm not necessarily going for the look of like really buff. I don't want that. I don't know. I prefer just staying thin but toned. That's just my opinion. But we'll see what happens next year when I'm in marching band again, and this will actually be when I'm on an adequate amount of T. We'll see how much that does for my muscle growth. Because I already have like bigger shoulders, and it's just because of carrying a sousaphone all the time in marching band. That's really affected me. So that's probably the biggest I've had as far as changing sizes is in my shirt size, because well, I guess here's a good example. I'm not wearing it right now, but I generally wear like extra small as far as t-shirts go for American Eagle. They fit pretty well. I mean, I can put up a picture at some point of like a comparison of what I looked like in an extra small American Eagle shirt last year as opposed to now. There's a bit of a difference as far as just like this area is going, because like here. See, I kind of look like this in an extra small shirt. So I don't know. I'd say that I still pretty much fit extra small a lot better than a small of the same kind. But I don't know. It depends. Like I think I fit just fine in this. I just prefer sometimes a little bit more of the extra small. It's a little bit more clingy around here, but honestly, like my binders work well for me, and I don't really have much in the first place, so it's not really a problem for me if it's a little bit more clingy around here. So that's pretty much the most I've changed as far as like size-wise. I've actually lost weight in the past year. I'm starting to gain it back now that I'm doing Wii Fit, but between a pretty bad dining hall food and just and doing more exercise as far as like going upstairs, walking, that sort of thing, I've actually been losing a lot of weight. But now I'm putting it back on. I'm around, I think I weigh the most at this point than I have since 8th grade, which I've always been thin, but I think in 8th grade I weighed like 140, which I don't know, I thought that was thin at the time, and now I weigh around like 137, 138, so I'm getting there. I'm getting close to being the heaviest I've ever been, which honestly I'm fine with. I would much rather be putting on weight than losing weight at this point. I mean, as far as physical changes goes that I've noticed in the past year, my voice has dramatically deepened since November. As I've mentioned before, I mean, music is important to me because that's my major in college. That's all that stuff. So as far as my singing voice goes, that's important, even though singing isn't my major. I was in a choir last semester, and I started out as tenor. I'm not a tenor anymore. Like, I could be, but my voice cracks all around that range, and I'm, like, it's a deeper voice range. My friends are actually telling me that I'm probably going to end up being a bass at some point. I can already pretty much sing that range, but it's a bit shaky, so I'll give it a little bit more, and then I'll probably be able to sing that part. Probably within a year, I don't know, honestly. I've definitely gotten a lot of more acne. It's obvious, and I've been trying to use different medications. Actually, for a while, I was prescribed on a tube of topical acne medication that I only really put on my face because, like, I have a bunch of acne on my shoulders, and like that's just a lot of space to put on a topical medication. So I kind of just avoided it because I didn't want to waste it on that. And I don't know, it kept getting worse and worse until maybe like 2 weeks ago when I went in and got one of my shots of tea. And so I talked to my doctor and I said, hey, do you have anything that would help this acne? And he said, oh, well, actually, you know what, I was going to ask you about that if you want to change something. So there's this thing for anyone who is having problems with acne. It's called Doxycycline Hyclate. I can't pronounce these medical terms. I'll put the link in the description, or I'll put the name in the description. And it's basically just this medication that you take, a capsule, 2 capsules a day actually. It's a bit of a complicated procedure where you're supposed to eat it on an empty stomach, which, I don't know, like, I got sick from it at some point a week or so ago just because of the timing of it. I didn't have a lot of sleep the night before, which could have been a factor, but I think it was definitely caused by this. But now I've been a bit more wary of, like, when I take it. I don't know, like, we're going to see how it works. I think it's been working because my shoulders have a lot less acne at this point, and my face, well, it's probably going to take a bit for this to go away. But, yeah, I definitely think it's working. I'll definitely put updates on if it works or not for just, I don't know, I'd like to help out people who have acne problems because I know I don't like it. So, yeah, but I'd recommend trying this. This is covered by our insurance, whereas the other one I was taking didn't. So, I mean, it's all based on luck, too, as far as that goes. But acne medication, maybe, if you want to try it. I don't know. It seems to be working for me. As far as facial hair goes, I actually just shaved a couple of hours ago. But, I've been getting more, especially, like, just the right side. I've been getting a lot here and a lot down here and some here. Never anything that is adequate enough to, like, grow a beard or anything. I mean, I haven't really not shaved for longer than 2 weeks, but after a week, there's definitely visible stuff. It's more of, like, scruff. It's not something that I would want to keep, so I've been shaving maybe once every 3 or 4 days, because that way I've been able to see more of, like, how it's coming in, but then it's not too long where I look really ratchet. I apologize for using that word. I use it jokingly, I promise. But yeah, and I've been getting hairy more in general, like my legs. People have been commenting, they're like, oh, you're, like, definitely one of the hairiest guys I've ever seen, and I'm just like, sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, as far as my legs go, I've been getting more on my arm. I've been getting really, really annoying, let's see if I can show this, really annoying patches of, like, arm hair going on, see, like, right here. I really don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I want to shave it or not, because, I don't know, shaving tends to generally, like, make things worse. So I'm trying to see how it works out, if it, like, grows in a bit better, or if I get more down here that makes it more uniform. I'm getting some chest hair too. I've been like getting a little bit of, I don't know if this is showing the camera or not. But yeah, I've been getting a bit of, like, a patch of hair down here and, like, down here, which I'm completely fine with. Well, I guess I should probably just hit on the topic of, like, getting my period and stuff. And as I've said, one of the reasons that I quit taking the topical was because my period hadn't stopped yet, and I kind of needed to change that. So immediately when I started injections, like, it stopped. I haven't had my period since November. which is also great. I definitely enjoy that aspect of things. I've definitely been noticing a bit more muscle growth, as I've touched on before, and especially now that I'm putting effort into getting that, like I've been noticing a lot more around here. I'm not really going for abs. I don't really want abs. I just want thinness, which I already have. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it as far as physical stuff. Besides, like I've heard that I have like a more. I've heard that I look a lot older than I have last year. I really haven't noticed it, but that's because I've been looking at my face every day. But like a friend of mine who didn't know me last year, I showed her a picture of like what I looked like last year, and she said, "Wow, you look a lot older." Even though I don't look 19, but as long as I look older, I'll take it.